Hello there, it's Patrina again with Do You Have a Couple of Minutes? And today I want to know if you have a couple of minutes to continue our series on burnout. And we're starting the series by identifying the symptoms of burnout. So, yesterday I went over three symptoms of burnout, and today I'm going to get through three more, and hopefully tomorrow we can get through the last four. And then we'll talk about today the symptoms and how we might try to manage those systems. And then for the rest of the series, we'll really be talking about how we might avoid burnout in the first place. So, symptom number four that might be a sign that you are experiencing burnout is physical symptoms, such as like headaches and stomach issues, maybe some muscle tension might accompany your body. And these are signs that your body is just under stress. So, some things that you might be able to do to help alleviate those symptoms might be to try to do some regular exercise. Sometimes doing exercise can release some of that stress that you have going on in your body. Pay attention to ergonomics, the way that we're sitting in our chair, we hunched over, we leaned back, or we're sitting on the edge as opposed to using the back support. And I know I'm guilty of that sometimes, sitting on the edge of my chair as opposed to using the chair in the supportive method. But things like that can affect our physical being. And then there are some other things we can do, like we can practice deep breathing techniques that can also help to relax our muscles and relax our mind. So, that deep breathing in, where you're breathing all the way in, you're feeling it in your chest, you're feeling it in your stomach, and then you're releasing it slowly all the way out. And you are doing that in a rhythmic method. So maybe you're counting to 5 or 8 as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out, and you're doing that rhythmically. Sometimes that can help to put you in a more relaxed state and release some of that tension to help you feel a little better. Another sign that you might be experiencing burnout is increased irritability. Maybe you have a short temper where you normally didn't have a short temper. Maybe it is affecting your personal relationships and your professional relationships, or one or the other, where it didn't seem to be a problem before. So, that irritability. So, when you're feeling irritable, one of the best things you can do is to take a step back and take a breath. Just reflect on the reasons behind your feelings. I heard something recently called 999, where you kind of look at a situation and you ask yourself, is this going to matter in 9 minutes? Is this going to matter in 9 days? Is this going to matter in 9 weeks? To give yourself some perspective on what is going on. Now, remember that communication is a real key in terms of understanding the situation and understanding how we're feeling and how we're impacting others and how others may be impacting us. So, talk about the things that are bringing you stress with someone that you trust, and then engage in activities that kind of bring you joy or relax you or put you in a good mood. It could be something as simple as listening to your favorite comedy routine, or listening to a TV show or a song that brings you joy or brings you laughter. It's just about pulling yourself out of that moment so you're not in a spiral of irritability. Just understanding that that's not where you want to be, and it's not where you usually would be. And so you're trying to get yourself out of that. And then the last item that might be a symptom of burnout that I want to talk about today is lack of creativity. Maybe you are feeling burnt out and finding it hard to be creative, to come up with new ideas. You feel like you're maybe stuck in a rut, whereas before, maybe there were things that you used to be able to do to just get into that creative zone and used to be able to stay in that creative zone. So, something you might try to help reignite your creativity is to give yourself permission to take breaks just so that you can be creative. So, change the space that you're in, move things around that maybe you might normally do. So, change up that routine a little bit to jolt some of that creativity. Engage in activities that might be unrelated to things that you normally do, and that can help to infuse some creativity as well. And it could be something as simple as maybe reading something you don't normally read, or maybe drawing, maybe listening to a different type of music that you don't normally listen to. So think about things that kind of take you away from the norm, but also are things that are comfortable enough to allow there to be some infusion of creativity. And sometimes just stepping away and getting into that different environment or having that different influence can cause that spark that you need to gain some of that creativity. So, those are my three things to look out for today when you're thinking about, are you experiencing symptoms of burnout? Do you have those physical symptoms where you're having headaches, stomach aches, muscle tension? Are you feeling more irritable than you normally would feel? And do you find yourself in a space that's not as creative as you normally would like to be? Those could all be symptoms of burnout. Unfortunately, there's ways to manage them. As I shared with you yesterday, if you're experiencing burnout, please reach out. If you have an employee assistance program, maybe reach out to your medical provider. It could be your primary care physician. It may be a therapist. Reach out to somebody at your place of work as well, and maybe they might have some resources as well, or be able to help you get through some of these symptoms of burnout. I hope that you found that this has been a topic that's been helpful, something to help you think, learn, grow, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling life. And I hope that if you are enjoying these messages, that you will share them with others so that they can come along our learning journey as well. Please be sure to check out the show notes for a summary of today's session, as well as contact information if you'd like to be in touch with me, and information on how you can get my most recent publications. And as always, I'm very appreciative that you've joined me here today, and I sure hope to see you back next time. Until then, bye-bye.